Are your Marvel movies feeling bland and uninteresting? Well, we have a solution for you, EvilJeff.
Put Florence Pugh in it.
That's right. Hey, Captain America 4, instead of a watered-down Sabra, we have an idea.
Put Florence Pugh in it.
Great. Hey, Ant-Man Quantumania, instead of a Evangeline Lilly standing around doing nothing, we have an idea.
Put Florence Pugh in it.
Deadpool and Wolverine, we love Jennifer Garner as much as the next gay. But instead of Elektra, maybe you should have...
Put Florence Pugh in it.
That's right, EvilJeff. And hey, Comic Book Queers podcast, instead of the same two droning gays talking about things they don't like all the time and it's getting very boring, we have an idea?
Put Florence Pugh in it. I'm sorry, Brett. You've been fired.
Okay. Well. Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 341 of Comic Book Queers Legacy. Oh, no, Comic Book Queers. We got rid of Legacy. Hi, I'm Brett, and with me, as always, is EvilJeff. Hi, Evil.
Jeff.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited for this episode. I've been waiting for this episode for about 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, because you got to see an early screening of it.
I got to see an early screening of Thunderbolts, and we will be doing a deep dive, spoilerific review now that both EvilJeff and I have seen it. And I'm very, very excited. So I'm so excited that I feel like we should skip hot topics, but just want to check in with you, girl. How are you doing? How's everything going?
Oh, I've been getting over a cold. And it takes me forever now. Colds just last forever.
Oh,
I hate it.
It's that long COVID you've got.
No. But I do think, where are we at with body transplants?
Meaning transferring someone's mind into a different body?
My mind into a different body.
I think it's somewhere between pure theory and quackery.
Oh, okay. Also, I guess there's ethics of whose body would I choose? I assume if I just find some really hot homeless man, that's probably not ethical to switch brains into my body.
Right. Yeah. Well, science and ethics, that's a heady cocktail. I think we should get into talking about Thunderbolts because the only thing going on with me is Thunderbolts. So let's fucking do it!
What you watching? Is it me naked? No? Oh, fine.
Oh, Thunderbolts. That's what we're watching. Okay. So we have to start with our traditional 1, 2, 3. You count.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Loved it. Isn't it? What? I'm so excited. I was so happy you were going to get to see it finally.
If we recapped me reacting to almost everything except
Everything.
Agatha all along, it was like, this sucks, this is bad, I hate it, I'm bored, blah, blah. I'll tell you another thing. You know who else loved it? My husband.
So this is rare.
Even harsher critic than me.
Wow.
He tugs on me and he's like, this is good. I'm like, I know, right?
Yeah, my husband too.
We were like, it was like, I think they suddenly were like, oh, wait, Florence Pugh is kind of amazing. What if we make her the heart of the story? Yes.
Yeah. And the heart of so much more moving forward.
And everything just fucking came together.
Yeah,
and here's
it really...
I'd have nothing against Scarlett Johansson, but Florence Pugh is the Black Widow we've kind of always wanted.
Yeah, correct. Because you just...
Yikes.
You root for her. You're on her side. The movie was so good about getting you to root for these heroes again, which is not something I felt in such a long time.
Yeah.
I was rooting for them.
Great character. Yeah, and the writing is really crisp, and the pacing and the action is really good. I
talked about the writing in that early review I did. So the two writers are this one guy who works on a bunch of Marvel projects, but only the good ones, like Ragnarok and Black Widow. So it's great that we've got a writer from Black Widow on this, writing Yelena and Red Guardian again. The other writer is the writer of Beef, and the director is the director of Beef. So it's the team that gave us Beef.
We know that because of that A24 trailer.
Yeah.
Remember that A24 trailer being like, from the director of, like, the writer of Beef, from the cinematographer of this fucking
of Everything Everywhere
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all of that shit, and I'm like, that's a reach. That's a pretty dangerous game you're playing.
It's a dangerous game, but
if this is just another Ant-Man, I'm gonna be pissed off. And no, it delivered. And it really felt like it's kind of this, they're not realizing, and this is the thing, this is my thing of what's going on. They thought that this was the flop.
Yeah.
And they thought like Captain America and these other ones were the ones that were going to make money. They thought Agatha all along was the flop. And have you noticed when Kevin Feige kind of backs off and is like, this will be a flop, just do whatever, then it's suddenly good.
Amazing how that works. Amazing.
I think it's time to put Kevin Feige out to pasture.
I agree. And like, I still am disappointed by the fact that the Russo brothers are the ones directing Doomsday and Endgame. Like,
yeah, time to move on.
Time to move on. So Thunderbolts, you want to just walk through it? I've seen it twice, so I'll be good about guiding us through the movie.
Yeah, it's literally, it opens up with Yelena, and it really just shows like it's basically her movie.
Mental health.
Yeah.
It's about her state of mind.
Yeah, and I just love that she's talking about, you see her going in, doing like, some covert operations, and she's talking about how she doesn't feel anything and she's depressed. But then it turns out she's just talking to like a dude she's tied up during the covert operation. Mm-hmm. And then she needs like a facial scan, and then she fights the scientist, but then accidentally blows his face off. There's just that's the thing. The action is... and also it's a dangerous thing because people are kind of veering away from the Marvel's funny thing.
Yeah.
But this wrote it really, really well.
More sarcastic than past movies. Yeah. More sardonic, which right up my alley.
And it's that thing of Florence Pugh can switch between an action star to a serious actress to a comedian at the snap of a finger, and not everyone can do that. And right. I think because I know I'm going to be talking like I'm going to be fucking flicking her bean throughout this entire goddamn thing.
Flick away.
But so much of all of this like hinges on the chemistry, and she can have chemistry with a fucking cardboard box.
But it's not just her. I thought everybody.
No,
had
everyone
chemistry.
else is really good. Everyone else is really good, but it's just setting it up, knowing that she's the heart and soul.
Yeah,
it's just great. And they also then have a great villain in Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Valentina.
Yeah. It's Veep.
She's great.
The Marvel version.
She's like playing Selena Myers.
She really is playing Selena Myers, which is perfect casting. And she's a great villain because she also is not one you hate. She's kind of one that you're a little bit on her. Like, you don't want her to fall. Like, you at the end when they're like, let's get her. You're like, oh, leave her alone because you enjoy watching. Yeah.
It's like Maleficent, where you're like, kill that bitch. She's boring. More of you.
Yeah. More of you, hon.
Unless you're Angelina Jolie.
So it opens with, then it turns out, she's working for, she being Yelena, is doing odd jobs. She's doing cleanup missions for Valentina.
But was it the end of Black Widow that Valentina approaches her in the end?
Approaches her to go after Hawkeye. Yeah. So that's when they started their working relationship, kind of, or really kicked it into high gear. Can you remind me,
in Hawkeye, what made her decide to not kill Hawkeye?
Hawkeye tells her, she did Black Widow killed herself. Like, Black Widow sacrificed herself, and there's nothing I can do to stop it.
Note to self, need to rewatch Hawkeye because it's good.
Oh, well, maybe you should watch it every Christmas like I do.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because on my TikTok just showed, the elevator fight scene with her and Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah.
And it was really funny. So I was like, I need to rewatch this.
No, it's great.
Okay,
it's great.
But then we see Valentina is basically then we kind of see her... I think.
Well, she sends her on the mission to go to the vault. She's like, all right,
but
I've got.
Before that, she meets up with her dad, Red Guardian, and you see
Yes.
that he's just a limo driver.
Yes, and
kind
he's
of
living in
miserable.
filth. He's living in squalor. He's miserable. He's empty. And he says to her, he's like, listen, you are lacking purpose. You need fulfillment. Your sister knew a thing or two about purpose. And
Yeah.
and she asks him, like, when were you happiest? And he's like, when I was a hero. When I was serving my country as the Red Guardian. There's no higher calling. There's no better thing.
Yeah.
And which
Well,
is
I
a great
think that's
setup
the
to
thing
what'll
is,
happen later.
These were people that the only thing they know how to do is to fight and kill.
Yeah.
And so if you're fighting and killing to help save the world, it
To help
makes
people.
it's a lot less harsh pill to
And that was his
swallow.
point, And so she then calls Valentina and is like, I think I'm ready for a more public facing role. Like she kind of wants to sign up and be like a hero. And then Valentina's like, okay, we got one more mission for you.
And so this is, and I was like, this is fun. This whole arc at this facility,
It was great. It was so
it's
good.
so
It's so good.
because she decides to send she sends 4 people and they all have a different fucking target.
Yeah.
So they're all trying to kill, and she's hoping, I'm going to have them all go there, and that they're all going to kill each other, and then I'm going to incinerate the bodies.
Yeah.
Which is so badass
Genius.
on Valentina's part. And the thing that also, did you
Oh my
see
God!
that they would kill somebody? I didn't think that someone was going to die.
No, because Taskmaster, is in all of the marketing. She is even in scenes that she's not in the movie, in the trailers. In the trailers, the commercials, when they're facing off against Val in Avengers Tower, Taskmaster is there. She's standing there. What a fake out.
That was so... I was like, wait, but she's going to get up. No, they just showed a
No,
bullet with blood
like-
coming out of it. It's in her head.
Yeah.
That gagged me.
You know
And
what,
so
though?
then I
will
was like, am I being gagged in a Marvel movie? What?
You are. You are.
It's hardly ever
Good.
happens.
I know. Yeah, I was shocked that Ghost killed her so brutally. And, people were, like, disappointed about it. I'm like, are you? Because when Black Widow came out, you were so mad that this was the MCU Taskmaster. You were so mad. But I like that they killed her, because I'm trying to picture the movie with her in it, too. And I'm like, too many people.
No, you didn't need it. You didn't need
Didn't
her.
need it.
Also, this is where the U.S. agent from Hawkeye and Falcon and Hawkeye. or
Falcon and
Hawkeye
Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. To this movie,
Can we talk
he's
about this?
so good. He's
Babe.
so fucking funny and
Jeff.
so good.
He's
Yeah.
my favorite. He's my favorite thing about the movie.
He's your favorite. He's great.
Yeah.
He's great. Florence Pugh's still my favorite thing about the movie, but
Everything
such-
Wyatt Russell does, I love.
He's such a douchebag.
He's
also
such an
really
asshole.
hot.
Yes.
And
He's Kurt Goldie's kid.
Curtin Goldie's, yeah, half brother to Kate Hudson, won't hold
And-
that against him.
First of all, he's not the only Nepo baby in this cast. Sentry.
Oh yeah, that's right. We'll get Sentry is Bill Pullman's son.
Bill Pullman's
I mean,
son.
Well, I mean, like anyone could not know that. They look
I know, look at the face.
exactly alike.
Yeah.
They look
Yeah.
100% alike. It's insane.
Yeah.
But he's so good. And the fact that he's like, no, I'm on the real mission. You're the bad guys. Like, he won't accept it.
She wouldn't have me killed. I'm a hero.
And then he keeps talking about how he's still there. Like, he's living in this delusion
Yeah.
that everything that happened in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like, did not happen. Like, he's
Yeah.
kind of like, no, I'm the good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not... Like, and he's like the typical douchebag white dude.
No
And
self-awareness
Yelena
at
is
all.
like, fuck off. And it's
Yeah.
so... Oh.
And like
And this is
even
where you see the chemistry between Ghost and all 3 of them, where they're forced to work together, but they hate each other. Oh, it's so good.
and Ghost also, Hannah John Kamen, she pops off the screen more than she ever did in Ant-Man. Like,
oh yeah,
she just has
great.
more fire. Like, she's got
yeah.
more life to
Ant-Man.
her.
It was like she was just had no personality almost.
No,
I think
she's
they made
great
her more
in this.
angst-ridden, and in this, she's like more just annoyed. Which
She's
is
just more
funny.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Bob pops out of like a sleep tank or like
Yeah.
some
Yeah. He was
chamber.
part of it's housing all the evidence of Valentina's wrongdoings. By the way, when she, as the head of Oxcorp, by the way,
Yeah.
can you pick a name that's not so close to Oscorp so that we all, like, people started going, huh? Huh? The second time I saw it, I heard people like, oh my God, she said Oscorp. And I wanted to stand up and be like, no, she didn't. She said Oxcorp. We'll find out later. Sorry.
Wait, find out later that it is...
That she did not say Oscorp, that she said Ox.
Oh,
with
I
an
thought
X.
you meant that Norman Osborn was part of it all along.
No.
But so then all four of them,
They
they
escape.
narrowly escape. And
In
this
my
is
favorite, one of the best scenes.
the best scenes ever. They have to go up a mile in an elevator shaft, and they decide to like shimmy up back to back. Is it's just so, until Bob has to sneeze. Like it was just so good. The pacing, the tension, like
Yes.
being, how are they going to do this? What's going on? It just was so novel and different.
Yes.
And you're not watching the same old like tropes.
Yes.
Like you're not watching the same action tropes. It was just really good.
One thing was so great, they had a little bit of foreshadowing. I think I noticed it the second time. They had some foreshadowing in while they're going up the silo. U.S. agent goes, somebody's got a really hard butt. And Ghost is like, that's my armor. I wonder if he actually was talking about Sentry. Like, I wonder if he actually felt Bob's butt. And it
Yeah,
was just
which is
like
also the irony where
granite.
it's like, oh, none of us can fly, and you're like, literally in 15
like
minutes,
Sentry's right there. Yeah.
one of you can fly.
Yeah. But this is where
we also get a few little peeks that Sentry's
Of the void.
power.
Yeah.
Now I have a question. I have always hated Sentry, and he was
Me
the
too.
one
My
part
most
of, like,
hated
the new
character.
Yeah, he was one of the parts of the new Avengers where I'm like, Wolverine, yeah, Spider-Woman, yeah, Sentry, don't care.
don't care.
What is his void? Is it in the comics? Is it just a personality, or does it have a separate power?
That's the thing. It has the void powers instead of the Sentry powers, but it's
what
never.
are the void powers the same as in the movie? Where
Yeah.
you can suck
Oh,
people's
no.
powers? I
no.
just
It's-
thought he turned black and he was like evil. but
Oh,
he
you know
still
what? I
had
think you're right.
Sentry powers.
There are tentacles involved sometimes with the void in the comics.
Because I'll tell you that, yeah, but it isn't like. But the thing with and was he made in a lab?
It's not
in the
linked.
comics?
No, none of this cool stuff about Sentry in the movie, I think, is in the comics. Like, tied to mental health, the void is his depression, was experimented on. I'm not even sure how he got his fucking powers, but
Oh, but here's the thing.
they improved him in this.
Oh, no. I have a theory. Do you want to know what my theory is? Why it worked on him? The void. He said he had those blackouts before.
Yes.
He's a mutant.
He's a mutant. Thank you.
He's a fucking mutant. Those void
Thank you.
powers are his mutant.
He
fucking
said it used to happen.
powers.
Yes. They gave him a super
Yes.
soldier serum and he already had these kind of freaky void powers.
Yes. So
Yes.
that I liked. And the void powers are very, in a weird way, a little Danny Moonstar-ish.
Yeah.
Kind of like her powers, taking you
Your
into
your,
your,
your
worst
most
memory.
secret, your deepest trauma. You have to sort of live it over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but then eventually he decides to be a hero and save all of them to escape. He gets shot up. Turns out he's not dead. He survived it. Flies away, like can fly, but then he passes out, and they take him away.
They take him away.
And they're able to fully escape because the Red Guardian picks them up because he's driving the limo for Valentina, so he overhears everything.
Yes.
So smart. And then
So
he
smart.
picks
That
them
scene
up
where
in the
he
limo.
that scene where he is driving up and Yelena realizes who it is and she just goes, "Oh my god." They're like, "Who is that?" She's like, "It's nobody." It's like her
And this
her
is
dad.
where I've never heard. It's been a while since I've heard an audience like laughing as hard.
Yeah.
The scene where Winter Soldier then comes, because they're now in the limo, and then
And
Valentina's
then they're on the run.
Troops come after them, and they're
Yeah.
running away from them. But Winter Soldier now comes and like saves them all. And after he saves them all, there's just this scene of U.S. Agent being like, "Yeah!" But then he shoots their limo and then
grenade.
the limo, and he's like, "Ah, shit!" And
goes,
then
"Ah,
it blows
shit."
up. It was so fucking funny. Everyone in the theater was like dying laughing. It's so.
And then the great shot of the limo like vertically just like flipping Like it's just so well like comedy, action, surprises. It's also well balanced. One thing I want to go back on is when Wyatt Russell, when U.S. Agent first happens upon the Void and he gets pulled into his trauma. It's right when they escape the silo. And when he comes out of it, he's standing at the top of the silo as if he's going to kill himself, as if he's going to jump. Because the Void is just your depression and hopelessness taking over. And then they're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he's like, what? That was so cool. That was the first time I was like, is the Void fucking cool? Is the Void cool?
It also shows you, like, these Joe Rogan types are, like, 3 seconds away from blowing their brains out.
Like, today's men have an isolation issue because they think that connection to other humans is gay.
Yeah. I know, and it's so funny where they're like, there's a man problem. You're like, there is, and the answer is feeling. And instead they're like, no.
Right.
The answer is stop being a pussy. You're like,
exactly.
Okay, that ain't going to work out well
sad.
for you.
It's so sad. And you know, Wyatt Russell, John Walker is kind of the epitome of that in this movie.
Yeah. But then Valentina gets a hold of the Sentry, kind of just acts like a mother figure to him, helps him with his power, gives him a blonde dye job, and is like, I'm going to introduce him. Like, this is what I was working on. So
and
you can't impeach
takes
me.
over Avengers Tower, by the way.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, takes over Avengers Tower.
And
which
when
actually,
they
to remind me, there was a really bad what's it called? Mistake. There was an editing mistake.
What?
That I noticed.
What?
Okay, so you know how a lot of the problems started when the Sentry crashed that helicopter into the tower that's helping fix the Avengers building?
Yeah, at the end.
It like crashes down.
Yeah.
When they show New York and the Void is taking over everything, when they go to Avengers Tower being taken over, the thing is standing. It's not knocked down.
Oh, well.
Editor notice.
Oh, see that?
I was like,
See that? So yeah, and then this scene is great. This is another incredible scene where they all fight. First of all, we never mentioned that Bucky is full congressman. Let's just go back to Bucky. He's full congressman.
Yeah, that's right. He's a congressman. He kind of is bad at it.
He's really bad at it.
Which is also funny where he like grabs the one congressman side. He's like, all right, there's no cameras on us. And the guy's like, we can talk.
Like, yeah.
And
he's like, he's like, ow, my arm. What? Yeah, like, Bucky's so bad at being a congressman. That's why it was so great to see him show up as the Winter Soldier, because it's kind of like, fuck this.
Yeah.
But so they fight Sentry. Sentry kicks their asses.
And they kind of like give up. But then Valentina's like, okay, so let's do this. And then Sentry's like, no, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm powerful. And then she's like, fuck, I guess I have to do a kill switch. But that it doesn't work.
Well, then he turns into the Void.
It just turns him into the Void. And so now that he's the Void, I'm like, I'm just going to pull the world into the Void. And they end up, the final fight scene is them fighting in the Void, trying to kind of save him from himself.
At the moment where the Void was kind of created, and which is like his deepest traumatic moment, Bob's. And this is where my husband leaned over to me and kind of weepy said, the power of friendship.
Yeah.
Because this very much was... This was the Guardians of Galaxy. This was the end of Guardians of the Galaxy when Peter's holding the Power Stone and they all hold hands to take him, to help him.
Yeah. I love that shit. Teamwork.
I love that shit.
Teamwork. I also just love the fact that they're openly like, I used to be a meth addict, and one of his traumas were fighting the methed out sign flipping chicken version.
Oh my God.
Himself.
Yes. His job he had when he was really deep in the meth.
But he's like, I was on meth. I love that they were just throwing meth in the movie. It was hilarious.
And just that whole sequence of them going from room to room and how they're jumping through windows and the camera is flipping and they're falling out of a ceiling and then battling the next Bob trauma. I mean, that was an incredible... And just the fact that Yelena goes into the Void, you think everyone's dying. Oh my God, how about the little girl? How about the little girl moment when Red Guardian saves the little girl?
And just gets sucked into the Void. You're like, oh, fuck.
Because at that point you think they're still dead.
Yeah.
But then he says something to her like, now we won't be alone. And she's like, oh, I see what's going on here. So she steps right into it.
Yeah. And eventually they save him out. He kind of loses his memories, or
Yeah.
loses kind of the voids of like
He's
kind
like,
of
"What
what
just
was
happened?"
going on, and kind of doesn't really have his powers right now.
Yeah.
And then they go to get Valentina, but they end up walking into a press
Oh my
conference where
God.
rather than introducing the Sentry, we're introducing the new Avengers. They're the
What a
new
moment.
Avengers.
What a moment. It's so funny how she sets them up. Like the second time I saw it, it was so obvious where she's like, "Hello, I need an extraction. No, I am by myself." Like she's so baiting them to come after her. It's great.
But here's the thing. So then the movie kind of ends with like, oh, they're now, and she gets to now be the face and gets to be the hero.
Yeah. And they're very much now the new Avengers. So here we are.
But
we haven't,
so
well,
let's
we'll get to it.
But let's talk about the first little post credit scene is just the Red Guardian trying to get people
Yes.
to notice that he's on the Wheaties cover. But let's talk about the end scene. It's 14 months later. They are now a team, but they're now in a copyright dispute with Captain America, saying
With Sam
he
Wilson.
has the real Avengers. Is there anything that has happened? There was nothing in Captain America. Was there something? Wait, did Captain America end with him trying to form?
He says he's
people?
going to. He says he's
But
going
there,
to. And he
but
asks.
we don't know who those people. Who does he
No,
ask?
but he asks Danny Ramirez if he would be part of it.
Right, so he's probably the only. It's probably Daniel Ramirez. Who are these other Avengers that he has?
Right.
Do you think he has any of the young Avengers?
Maybe.
Or do you think, is Hawkeye still going to show up? Is Thor in this at all? It was just, this was the first end credits, because I didn't even get to the other big part.
Oh, God.
This is the first
yeah.
end credits that actually meant something. So many end credits
Yes.
now, they're just like nothing. And then they're like, oh, wait, there's like an incoming ship. And it's I knew as soon as that thing showed up, I was like, oh, it's fucking fantastic.
Someone in my theater yelled, "Blackbird!" And then they show
No.
the 4. And I was like, haha.
Before,
Yeah.
idiot. But here's the thing. Is it
Spoiling the end of Fantastic Four first steps? Seems like it.
Or Joe threw out to me, my husband, was like, what if it was the thing that got them, they were going through interdimensional things when they got their powers? What if that was like the first blips of what ended up them getting powers when they showed up?
I don't think they would have a big 4 on their plane if they didn't
I
have
guess
powers
that's
yet.
true. Okay,
Yeah.
that's if they didn't have the powers yet. They weren't the Fantastic Four. Okay. All right, so but that also means, well, do we need to watch that movie? Because I guess Galactus blows up your fucking universe or world.
Who knows? I mean, I'm sure they're holding some secrets. They're not going to be like, their world destroyed and then they come here. Like, there's got to be way more to it than that. It's Reed Richards, so I'm tempted to say we're going to see, like, in order to save his world, Reed Richards screwed the rest of everything. I wonder if it'd be something
But if
more like
we
that.
have now, when is
July.
Secret Wars supposed to be happening?
Oh, next year, next summer, 26.
So just next summer. Okay, because we have the Fantastic Four, the X-Men have already been introduced, and now we know that that Sentry and a lot of them are in these new Avengers movies.
Because they're the
So
Avengers
I'm
now.
just curious of like, when is this whole thing with Captain America and him trying to form new Avengers? Is that just going to be in that movie, or is there, what else do we have coming up? What's the next thing before the Avengers movie? After Fantastic Four?
It's not. I think it's Fantastic Four, then Doomsday, then Spider-Man, then Secret Wars.
Shit. Oh, so
Like, this is it.
Doomsday is before Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Doomsday is the Infinity War. Secret Wars is the end game.
Right. All right. Well, I love it. I'm
Because
so happy.
this movie got us excited for the big picture again, which
I
is
also have
one
a
of
wild
its most
take when we talk about
unexpected.
the comics. There's something's happening to me, and I'm not even on antidepressants, but I'm liking
Oh.
things.
Okay, weird. What the fuck comic are you liking?
Anyway, this is great. This is
great. This is actually, it broke my top 10 in terms of my MCU rankings. Say hello to my number 6 favorite MCU project.
Oh, see, I don't ever. I need to like revisit. I don't have it written
She's
down.
number
anywhere,
6,
so I have no
bitches.
idea where it would go.
Sorry,
Nice.
Spider-Man No Way Home. You are now no longer in the top 10.
Oh shit, yeah, but this really fucking
Can I hit my top 10 real quick?
Okay, sure.
Can I do it?
Yeah.
Will you let me open my letterboxd?
Yes.
Will you let me stall a little bit more while I find here it is. Number 1, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Number 2, WandaVision. Number 3, Avengers: Infinity War.
Oh, you're counting TV shows.
Fuck yeah, bitch.
Okay. Okay.
Number 3, Avengers: Infinity War. Number 4, Avengers: Endgame. Number 5, Agatha All Along. Number 6, Thunderbolts. Number 7, Avengers. Number 8, Hawkeye. Number 9, Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 10, Black Panther.
It's a pretty good list.
Thanks.
It's a pretty good list. A lot of
I'm
those
fond
would
of
be on
it.
there for me.
Yeah.
I think I might have Ragnarok in my top
Yeah,
10.
Ragnarok's like 12.
Um,
Oh, I'm sorry, 14.
and I think Thor 2. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
All right. Love it.
Love it.
Should we
Thank
talk
you
about
so
some
much.
comics?
Yeah, let's talk about some X-Men. Hit it.
It's mutants with powers, Omega for hours. Bitch, let's read some X-Men.
All right, bitch, we read some X-Men.
Well, we have 2 weeks of X-Men to catch up on, and they didn't.
Yeah,
release
but
a
not
ton
many
of
books.
so we'll be okay.
Yeah, X-Men 15 from 2 weeks
Remember
ago.
how I said I had things I wanted to talk about that I liked?
You liked this?
Not this one.
Oh, okay.
This
Thank
is
God.
not one of them. I
Yeah.
feel like it's literally rehashing ideas and not doing them well.
I agree.
It's literally taking. They even mentioned that it's basically taking Kenji and Cassandra Nova and making it merging into a new character. Where then it was, but not. Is he a Mummondrai? Would you say, or no? That's a whole.
No,
thing?
this is just a mutant. This is a mutant that just stayed alive despite being absorbed by his twin in the womb, her twin in the womb.
But I think it's because he had flesh manipulating powers. But then,
Yeah,
if he had flesh
exactly.
manipulating powers, why didn't you form a body in the womb?
And also, like, don't your powers kick in at puberty? Are we not doing that anymore?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. And then he's also like just so angry and then Cassandra Nova's like, it happened to me too. I was eaten in the womb.
Yeah. That was funny. I was like, oh, you're both
I
like,
mean, yeah, but that's the thing is I'm watching, I'm like,
womb
this feels
trauma.
just like Cassandra Nova. And then Cassandra
Yeah.
Nova shows up. And I'm just having a hard time caring.
yeah, I agree. It's got new, like I like the new character, the lady who can turn into the fish or the bird. I forget her name.
Yeah.
I like her. I like her and
She needs
Beast's
a personality
relationship.
though. I don't know what her
Yeah.
personality is though.
Her personality is Beast. What should I do?
And what's her name? Temper?
Temper.
They just make her, she's just like angry all the time.
Yeah, she's
And
just
I
like
don't-
fuck
I don't
you
like-
all the time. I don't like it.
I
Bad
don't
look.
like that as a personality trait. That can't be
Yeah.
your only personality trait.
Yeah,
Especially as a person of color. I don't know. It's a little offensive.
it is. It's weird, and especially with her name's Temper, which I like. I'm still like, oh, I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And then Ilyana, like, I have lost the thread on Ilyana's relationship with Limbo.
She gave it to Madeline Pryor. And then they basically are like, well, Madeline Pryor's not there anymore. But they never explained where she went
Yeah.
or why she isn't.
Speaking of Madeline Pryor, she is playing a big part in One World Under Doom in the main event book.
Wait, she is? Well, what is
yes.
she doing? Is she not? Does she have any control over Limbo in it?
There's a team. They don't go there. There's a team of villains that the Avengers recruit because Doom won't expect having to fight them. So they add Mysterio, Baron Mordo, Arcade, Madeline Pryor, Dr. Octopus, and MODOK
To
their
fight
team.
Doom.
to fight Doom.
Like the Doom. Is this like the Doom Avengers to fight them? Because
No.
isn't there like a Doom Academy or something?
Yeah. No, this isn't that. Like, this is the regular old Avengers who are trying to take down Doom. They're like, Arcade, Madeline Pryor, join our team and help us.
Okay.
Which is wild.
Well, that's still, yeah, so who knows what's going on with Limbo? I don't know who's in charge of Limbo
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, anyway. But yeah, so I mean, this book just continues to move along.
Yeah, don't like it. Okay,
Don't like it.
Next.
X-Force!
This is the one I kind of liked.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, no, I mean, it did give everything. You're like, oh, that's what was going on the whole time.
Yeah, and I kind of
Yeah.
liked it. I'll tell you
Yeah.
this. Because we were like, Colossus, he's been mind controlled again. No,
was fun.
Tank was Colossus
Tank is
the
Colossus.
entire time.
Yay! Love that. That was great.
And then it turns out this was just a shapeshifter villain pretending to be Colossus.
Yes.
You don't understand. I was like, it redeemed so many things in this crappy book
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
And I do think a lot of times when they make it a little more Captain Britain, Betsy centric,
Yeah.
I enjoy it more.
Yeah, especially when she can, like, whoop somebody's ass. She's like, you use magic? Honey, I am magic.
Exactly.
Loved
'Cause
it.
I hated how this what was her name again?
La Diabla?
La Diabla. Like, she was too powerful, and I just didn't buy that they couldn't stop her.
And also,
This
it
just
was
felt
like,
more
I kind of
realistic.
liked the reveal that she was working for Moses Magnum, who, you know, is a classic Marvel villain, classic X-Men villain, Avengers villain. He's the reason why Banshee had to quit the X-Men originally, because Banshee, like, lost his voice fighting Moses Magnum.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not read the backup story celebrating. So this is X-Force's 300th issue, if you take into account all of the X-Force titles.
It's his
I did not read the
350th?
300.
Oh, or 300th.
Yeah, you can see it on the cover.
Oh, right. Wait, there was a backup story? Why don't
Yeah, there's like a backup story, which is like encapsulating all of X-Force's history, and it's very Cable-centric. As it should be.
Oh, yeah. When I saw written by
Yeah, me too.
Fabian, I was like,
I was
I
like,
was never
okay.
a fan when you did the shit. Yeah, so I think it is just like recapping stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I got
Yeah.
it.
Okay. I got it. So I'm not clear. I think this book's over, right? Because I think they're all like,
So
they all just quit. And then it's like, I kind of loved that. They're like, and then we realized what was happening this whole time, and we did it, and then we quit.
yeah, the end.
Okay, great.
Stop
Bye.
it. Let's get a better
Bye.
thing going. Yeah. So it ended on top. This one,
Magik.
I had to skim. I skipped
Too
the
much
last
talking.
one where
Too much
Danny
talking.
showed up. So I
Yeah.
had to like skim through that, and then this
Yeah.
one it was. And I would love there's parts where it's when it's really dealing with like the relationship between Danny and Magik, because they do have
That
where
is good.
Danny's always gonna feel like I'm not just the older sister, but I'm the leader.
Yes.
And so Danny has a bit of a like, no, I'm going to control what's going on. But Magik is like, no, I'm actually have more combat. I know more than you, bitch. And that kind of dynamic I like, that Danny's trying to make decisions for her. And so that's where she's trying to cover a plan B if Darkchild covers her with the sorcerer kid. But then she's dumb where she's like, if Magik is, if Ilana ever found out, she would just be so
She's like-
betrayed. And then you just see her
She's
being
like, I have to
crying,
keep this
like,
secret. If Ileana
Yeah.
ever found out,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
would be devastated. And then
Like,
surprise,
she's like,
Ileana's around the
bitch,
corner.
Like, could you at least whisper? Like, you're
Right.
like an idiot.
Send a text. But like in terms
so
of the
I like
overall
that.
mission, I don't care about this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. The overall arc I don't like, but adding Danny was a smart move because it makes me care a tiny bit more.
I do like that Danny is part of this demon hunting organization that
Yes, she was
the
like,
kid's
brought
grandmother
up.
was part of too. Like,
Yeah.
I like that. The Eternal Dawn or whatever. Yeah, so that's good. And then we've got NYX, which another one, is this one ending? Was this the last issue?
Yeah, because it's going
I
to
hope so.
switch to the all brand new. Isn't it like the all new?
Oh, no, it's
It ends with
it's the event of Ms. Marvel
she's
going through X-Men history, and it'll start with Giant Size X-Men.
giant size X-Men. So that's what it says, to be continued in Giant Size X-Men 1. That seems terrible. It seems like, is she literally just, is it going to be like cute little one-offs where she shows up like
In-
when
in-
Krakoa
in, like,
happened, like
the
when
big- yeah.
the original Krakoa, where they're trying to sit, where Storm and
Right.
Thunderbird and Nightcrawler first show up.
Right.
If it's
We'll
like,
see how they do
but
it.
here's the problem. If it's just a cutesy little one thing where she shows up but it doesn't really affect the main continuity, I don't want to read that because then it's like, it's probably boring.
Yeah.
If it does affect the main continuity, I don't like that. I don't want it to be like, well, now we're going to pretend that she was there the whole time. I don't like that either.
Yeah.
So I have
It's a dangerous game.
at all. And then this book, where they were like, we thought we had 4 more issues to wrap this up. Guess we got to wrap it all up.
Guess we
in
got to do it
one.
now.
And and it's so funny where it's like, they tried to do the end of Thunderbolts. No, it's hope
The
and
power of
friendship,
friendship.
and
Yeah.
that will make us overcome.
It's
And I
the
was
power
like,
of
go
community
fuck
in the
yourself.
city. Yeah.
And that's the funny thing is like, at first I was like, this is stupid. What a stupid trope. And I'm like, no, Thunderbolts did it, but they just
Thunderbolts did it, but did it well.
well. So it's not that it's a bad trope. It's just they just didn't do it well.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
sorry. NYX. You're
Yeah.
garbage.
Oh well. Yeah, you're garbage.
Anyway,
Harsh.
garbage is a lot. That's a lot.
Apologize.
But it just ended up not. It just didn't deliver. I think the problem was you had just a lot going on.
Yeah.
And they decided to not delve into any, like, no one even tried to fuck or have a relationship or anything.
Right. Nobody. It's New York.
Yeah.
We're all fucking.
They spent too much time talking about, like, philosophies and politics when they really should have just been fighting with each other.
Yeah.
Because all that stuff was like, will show up naturally if you get some good.
If you
chemistry
just
going.
keep it. Yeah. I think one thing we're learning is like just keep it to the relationships, right? Just like Thunderbolts.
Because all
did.
the other
Like,
stuff
just-
falls into it. It just
Exactly.
naturally comes into it.
Exactly. Like the only thing we liked about Magik is her relationship with Danny. You know, like that's. How do we not know by now?
Because the story and plot will all come from that. And you do need
From
to think
that.
of a big bad. You need to think
That's
of a
the
big
stakes.
bad. And that's the stakes. But then I think they think like, oh, I'm going to know what will make people more interested is if the stakes are going to end the world. And
End
you're
the
like, No, the
world!
stakes are going to fuck up the relationship. That's the
Yes.
stakes. And they don't think about that.
That's
All
right.
Well, that's
That's
all the
right.
X-Men books?
That's all we got. That's all we got this week.
Well, I guess we did it.
I guess we did it then. Just so happy that Thunderbolts is a movie. I'm going to watch it 84 billion times. Like, I just
God.
love it. The second time, just a validation in how good it is.
Yeah, it's just really good. And also the fact that, and I think Guardians of the Galaxy did this, where you don't need a Wolverine. You don't
Right.
need some big
You don't
name
need Iron
famous
Man.
comic book character to make a good, like, because you think some of the best ones are Agatha Harkness and Yelena.
And
Are
U.S.
some
Agent.
of the best, and U.S. Agent
Right.
are now like the best Marvel characters.
Right.
No one would have, they never would have thought that ever.
Oh, my God.
Well, I
Anyway.
guess we should go.
I guess we should go. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for listening to our review and our reaction of Thunderbolts. We're very excited for the Fantastic Four, which is in mere weeks.
Weeks, like a month.
July 25th.
Yeah, that's still over a
That's
month
like,
away.
that's 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's months.
I mean, everything's weeks.
Everything's weeks if you think about it.
Yeah. My baby is 5,000 weeks old. Like, that's okay. I also hate it when they say months. My kid is 37 months.
Oh, piss on your
And
kid.
you're like, I have to do math now? I already know how to
Ew.
meet your kid.
Ugh. All right.
All right. Well, sorry that I'm snarky, but it's because I'm gay. And do you know why
You
I'm gay,
are?
Brett?
No, why?
It's because I read comics.
Uh-huh.
Because if you read comics,
Yeah.
well, then
That
that makes you
Makes you queer.